Hey guys, today we are making a K-cup or coffee pod favor, or kind of just a gift in general. So we're going to start with just making the base, which is basically kind of like a box in a way, and then with a backer. So it's going to be pretty easy. So we're going to start off with our 6.5 by 8.5. So I'm going to need my little arm here and cut at 6.5. And then I need 5 by 6.5. And then this is going to be our little backer. Now while we're here, let's go ahead and cut our mats. I know it's not going to quite make sense just yet, but we need 2 inches, which is exactly what this is. Oh, nice. I love when that happens. 2 by 6.5. And we're only going to need 2 of those pieces. Which actually, this one is a little bit smaller, which is going to be okay, because I'm going to just, I'm actually going to cut that a little bit smaller at 1 3/4. So this piece is going to be 1 3/4 by 5.5. You could go and do the same size as the other one, but it'll make sense when we get to that part. It's kind of hard to, explain that. Alright, now we're going to need our scoring board. Scoring board is the easiest way to do this. If you're going to be making boxes and stuff, totally get a scoring board. Alright, we're going to score at 2, 4, 6, and 8. Very simple measurements. Now we're going to go ahead and put the scoring board away right now. We're not going to score those lines yet, just for simplicity's sake. Or easy, I guess. On this one right here, the one that's right next to the little side piece, here, I'll put a little mark here, because you can't really see that. See, that's where that score mark is. This little piece, you're going to do the big piece right next to that. And because my K-cup, I don't have a circle punch that matches, or a circle die, but I found that my sharpener, my pencil sharpener, is about the same as what I need it to be. And I am just going to kind of guesstimate where each circle needs to be. You could do it exact if you want. You could, use your punches if you have one that will fit right. This is up to you. But if you're going to be decorating it, you don't really need to have it too in depth. Now I'm going to just take my X-Acto knife and cut a big X in each of those so that I can go in there with my scissors, and it's going to be super simple. And my cutters, my scissors, where are they? I always have my scissors in this little bag. Oh, there they are. Alright, so now we're just going to go ahead and go in these circles here that we cut, or that we cut an X in. This is going to be a lot simpler. And it's going to look a little neater than if you used an X-Acto knife, just because of the X-Acto knife not being round. But if you need to use the X-Acto knife, go ahead. So let's go ahead and cut these. And this is going to, I'm going to put some pumpkin spice cappuccino K-cups in here. And I've already gone ahead and prepped my watercolor pieces. Oops. I will go ahead and add those to the end of this video with some music, just so if you are interested in the process of how I did that. It didn't take very much, but watercoloring is one of my favorite techniques, which is the Scrapbook Blessings Club monthly challenge this month. I don't do as much as I really want to, especially here, well, lately I've been doing it more because I realized how much I actually really loved it. I'll also leave a link in the description box so that you can go to the album for the Scrapbook Blessings Club Challenge, and you'll have a chance to win a Bugaboo stamp, which is the digi-stamp that I used today. Which we will get into more when I go into the decorating phase. This is the most time-consuming part of this thing. So if you had a punch or a die, definitely go ahead and use it. Alright, so now we can go ahead and put on our mat, which I have over here. And I am just going to put it straight on there, and then we will cut it out from there. I'm going to have to do an extra line down the center than what I would normally do, just to make sure it's gonna stick. And then we can go ahead and cut out our circles. This time I am going to use the X-Acto knife because it does not need to be quite as fancy. You could even just do an X and then that would work as well. Because then the cup would just nestle right in there. This is kind of a very room for your own creativity project. Of course, you can be more exact, but no one's going to see underneath, so unless they're really looking. I know sometimes people take project and like dissect it so that they can figure it out on their own. Uh-oh. I accidentally got one a little too close there. That's okay. Alright, so now we can go ahead and move on to our scoring. Well, we've already scored, but actually putting the thing together. So we're just going to go ahead and burnish all of those score marks. And then we're going to go ahead and put on our other piece, our other mat, the one that does not have to go all the way to the sides, because this is going to be the front. You could do this after you put the box together. It's kind of up to you. This is just easier, I feel. Alright, now we can go ahead and put it together. So you're just going to put your tape or adhesive of any kind right on the edge, that 1/4 inch, or yes, no, 1/2 inch mark. And then we can take our backer and work on that. So our box is 2 inches in height. So we need, this is my watercolor piece that I did that will be shown in the back of the video with some music. I'm going to need 2 inches. Actually, let's do 1 3/4, just to have a nice, so let's do it the other way, because I want a lot of those showing, those leaves. Come on. 1 3/4, just to have a nice little border of the brown, or craft. 1 3/4 by 6 1/2, which we're going to do 6 1/4. Now I've got circles stuck to everything because I didn't clear them off. A little bit of extra tape on the side there. Take our backer piece, and you could do this afterwards if you want to. It's just a little bit easier, I find. No, that's not quite straight. Alright, so now we can go ahead and put the rest of the box together. Put the backer on there. Because the rest I'm pretty okay with. Putting on. I'm just going to line it up and then squeeze from the inside, and it will also flatten. Alright, so now we need a piece of white just to, let's see what that won't quite fit, just for our message. There's a piece. I'm going to make this, actually, yeah, I'm going to make this the whole 6 1/2. Just because I want there to be a lot of room. Let's do 2 1/4. Actually a little, let's do by 2. So I don't want it taking up too much of that, or covering up that much of the leaves. But this will give us a nice writing spot. And then we can go ahead and put our K-cups in there just so it's stable. It smells good. Looks like I was a little off on the measuring, but that's okay. It still looks cool. I should have moved this one over a bit too, but that's okay. Alright, so now we can get on to the decorating portion, the fun part. I am going to just kind of round, actually I have a corner rounder. What am I thinking? I don't know what, oh here it is. I was thinking, why not just use the tool that you have? So this is the Bugaboo image, the Autumn Critters stack, and he's going to go right on there. I'm going to back him on with chevron paper, just to give it a little bit of extra oomph. Oops, that's not straight. I think it's the chevron lines that's messing me up. Ooh, so cute. Alright, now I'm going to need about up to the moose head is where I need to put the tape. It's just going to go right on there. Which actually will be kind of cute. See, this is the decorating phase, so I'm like, I can do whatever I want. Use some of this ribbon. I need to put some, actually I could just put a little bit on the ends of the ribbon to make sure that they stick. I'm not going to worry too much about them being on the back. And make sure that it's visible. Use the rest of this ribbon just for a little accent. Just gonna clip off just to make it look like kind of like a banner. Put some tape down. I guess I could move my mat. And then we can go ahead and make our little pumpkins for the tops of the K-cups. Which we're going to use that paper again that I made out of the watercolors. And we're going to make 1/2-inch strips. I don't really have an exact number because you could use as many strips as you want. So I'm just going to use them all, or use up the whole piece of paper. No, just about. We'll do up to there. And then what we're going to do is just roughly, I'm going to go ahead and cut them in half. But you could do any size you want, really. This project is kind of up to you. So I'm just cutting these strips in half. I think that'll be a good size. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and just do, let's see if I have a strip of extra brown paper. Now you could do this with circles, or I'm going to use just a punch, wherever I put it. There it is. It just fell behind there. And we're just going to punch out 3 bases. Sorry, I know that's loud. Put some tape down. This is going to be the base of our pumpkins so that they can sit on the K-cups. So once you get the 2 down, oops. Then you're going to go ahead and do opposite crisscross. And put in some new ones. That should be pretty good. Now we're just gonna, if you want to, you can take a pencil or your scoring tool, and we're just gonna bend those fibers in the paper just to get them kind of curly. Alright, so now we can go ahead and bring all of those little pieces into a center point. Now if you want to, you can put tape on all ends. You don't have to, I mean, depends on how you want to finish off your pumpkin. And then just fold all of them in on each other. If you wanted bigger pumpkins, you know, use bigger or longer strips, I guess, not bigger. Then I'm going to use some leaves for the tops. Come on. They're just so tiny, they don't want to... Ah! That's just a circle. Where'd my other leaf go? Here we go. They like to hide from me. Ah! Okay. Goodness gracious. Let's put a little bit of tape on there. And then if you want to, you could do just a smidge of brown. For a stem, if you want to, you don't have to. Just bend it over and fold it underneath that. I'm going to squish down just a... Come on. Just to make sure it stays. This one right here does not want to. Stay down. This one doesn't want to either. Goodness gracious. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and just take my tape gun and put an X on the actual K-cup itself. Hopefully you can see that. It's not quite sticking. So if you can't get it to stick just because of the, I mean, I got this one and this one, but the other one does not want to, you can always just flatten your pumpkin out a little bit. Oops. tape gun on the pumpkin itself. Which looks like I need a little bit more on that leaf. Come on. There we go. Whoa. That's not very centered. And stick it right on there. Ah! That's kind of... Then we can just go ahead and keep going with our other pumpkins. So we need our leaves here, and I just die cut these. Whoa. Just do the same thing that we did before. What in the world? The tape gun is doing. It's a being funky. And they're just all out. For some reason this roll has been really difficult. There we go. That's better. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're just gonna use different glue. Because clearly it's not gonna work for me. It wants to be a pain. So I'm just going to use some art glitter glue instead. Just a little bit. Don't need a whole lot. And then put our little leaf on there with our little stem. And stick it on there. Alright. Put these together. Put our stem and leaf. On top. And right on there. So huge. Alright, so here's what it looks like so far. Just like a little pumpkin patch. Alright, now I have a die that makes a little rosette, or like a rose shape that you can just twirl. So what I did is I just took, you can use a pencil, you can use a paintbrush, you can use anything really to just kind of twirl it around. It doesn't have to go either way, it's kind of up to you. You're just kind of twirling because this is going to be our vine. If you didn't have this, you could just do a scrap of paper. This just makes it a little scallopy and has a point where I can glue it. So I'm going to take my glue here and put it on where the bottom of the rose would be. Take my, try and give you an angle so you can see. And I'm going to put it on the center pumpkin, just so that the vine can go all the way out. Because I only have 2, I don't have 3. So I'm just going to put on the center one so that it looks like they're all vining in a way. Alright, so now for our sentiment. Actually, I'll give you a better look there. I'm going to go ahead and take a piece here. Actually, that might not be big enough. Let's see. Actually, let's use this polka dotted that I have. Actually, I have some more of that chevron. That would match very nicely. I'm not seeing any though. Aha. Oh well. Awesome. That's going to work out perfectly. Take some stays on. Now I could do this in watercolor, of course. But I really want it to stand out because I'm doing it on that chevron. Make sure it's inked up really well. And this says Hello Fall, and it has some leaves next to it. That does not look very good. I'll stamp it again on here. Give it a really good inking, because this is the first time it's being inked. There, that should do. I'm not a huge fan of the... This is a dollar spot from Target. That works. I actually kind of like the grunge look of that too. That's going to be kind of neat. So I'm actually going to leave that on there. Oh, that looks so good. Clean up my stamp. It's not going to do much because it stays on, but... Alright. Now I'm going to pop that up with some foam tape. I could just keep on decorating this because it's just so easy. And so cute. Alright guys, I think that's pretty good for right now. Actually, I have some little bling. Oh my gosh, okay, I've got to stop. Or I'm just going to keep going. Ooh. Okay. There it is. Our little pumpkin patch K-cup gift set. Isn't it cute? So you can see the K-cups in there on the sides. And it's so easy to just keep embellishing. Like, you could even put the card on the back and then write on that. You can take the cups out and fold it. It's so easy to work with, let me tell you. Alright, so I'm going to have the watercoloring after this and set to music. So, you know, go ahead and tune off now if you do not want to watch that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to look down in the description box for the measurements and also the link to the Scrapbook Blessings Club album. All you have to do is do your favorite technique and put the photo in the album, and you could enter to win, and that'll be awesome. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. I hope you're having a crazy day, not too crazy, good crazy, not bad crazy. Bye guys!